What's up, Michigan State fans? It's Jacob Katzenegger here back for another episode, excuse me, of the Michigan State Spartans Insider Podcast. Now our podcast for Friday, June 26, 2026. Talking a little more generally about MSU athletics today. Nothing too general, but more specifically because the NCAA they're going to approve a major rule change coming up that is going to affect the eligibility of some key players around Michigan State athletics, basketball and football here. Again, it's the kind of want to talk about it's the 5-5 rule. I'm going to explain it a little bit to you guys, try to put it in a little bit of layman's terms and how this is going to impact things moving forward in both just college athletics in general and Michigan State more specifically, because again, that's what you're here for. In basic terms, is that you have 5 years. That is kind of the rule now. You just have 5 years. If you play or you don't play. There's no such thing as redshirting anymore. Basically, you either play or you don't play. And again, I think this applies to medical redshirts. I think there is exceptions if someone goes on a mission trip or there's military service. Like there's exceptions, but generally, you have 5 years to play college sports now. And the clock either starts when you turn 19 or when you enroll in a college. So this is a rule that I highly, highly, highly support because eligibility is a little bit of a mess right now. Especially, this is more specific to college basketball. We're going to talk about basketball for the most part. This has a bit of effect on hockey as well, but basketball is the main sport here. That this is the main reason why the NCAA is doing this because there is an influx of European professional basketball players coming in. I think it's like LSU signed someone from somewhere in Europe who's like 25. It's like ridiculous. 20, the NCAA's had enough of players who are 24, 25, or maybe even older trying to play college sports. And this is their way of trying to stop this. Because again, like your clock starts at 19. If you're not playing college sports, it still counts against you. And you don't want guys coming over who are 22 or 23 and like, hey, I haven't played, so I'm a freshman. That's a problem because obviously 23, 24, 25-year-olds playing against 18, 19-year-olds, it's not the best way to be doing things in a sports league, So this is how they're going to do it. And I'm so happy about it. And again, they're grandfathering people in, which is why some MSU players are going to get an additional year of eligibility, basically, those who haven't taken a red shirt before. And that's going to be a big deal. That is going to affect decisions coming up for some of these players. And again, we'll talk about that a little more in depth a little bit here on out. But again, it also makes eligibility a little bit less confusing because redshirting was just a bit of a mess, just in general, because football, you just kind of had this kind of really just odd rule to me where, if you're a true freshman or whatever, or really anyone who hadn't taken a red shirt before, if you played 4 games or fewer, that counts as a red shirt. It's just a weird rule to me, especially when you go to I'm pretty sure it's every other sport where, basketball, if that person sees the court for 1 second, the red shirt's burnt, you lose your year of eligibility. That's just really unusual. It's just a weird rule to me. I can understand, you don't want to count the year against a guy, because they didn't play or anything. Like medical red shirts, that was a concept I kind of understood. But then again, with medical red shirts, you kind of got to the point where there were players in college sports who were like 7th, 8th, and 9th year seniors. Like you don't really want that either. So yeah, that's something I'm kind of glad we're doing away with. It's simple now. It's very simple. You either play or you don't play, and you get 5 years. It makes it easier to determine where guys are sitting. It's clear what their eligibility timeline is because of the age rule, where again it starts at a certain age, whether you're playing college sports or not. It just removes a lot of the confusion from the process. I do wonder if this will change how we refer to players because it's not freshman, sophomore, senior. I don't think I would go off of freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior anymore. It'll depend on how kind of people prefer it. Because again, then you can have the red shirt, the sophomore, the junior and senior tag. But again, since there's that 5th year, what do you call that? I think I might just go by 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year. I think that's kind of the simple way to do it. Because if it's either that or maybe you stay with a freshman through senior, and then maybe you do a graduate for a fifth year. But then again, with the transfer portal, some guys might not be graduating in 4 years. That's the other part of this little thing here. So I might go by first through fifth year. We'll see. We'll see kind of how things end up lining up there. But again, how this will impact Michigan State more specifically is that it opens up this very interesting possibility about MSU. Because with this rule now in place, technically none of MSU's scholarship players are going to have their eligibility expire this year. Initially, it was supposed to be Cohen Carr and Anton Bonk. Bonk was a little bit complicated because he had a JUCO year, and again, this is why we're doing this. People were wondering, does the JUCO year count now? Because there was the Diego Pavia ruling, and some other players with JUCO years got that waiver and whatnot. But now, Cohen Carr and Anton Bonk have their eligibility is not going to be up. They know that now because they haven't taken a red shirt before, and they can just go be a fifth year. They can be a fifth year guy, and those are your only two seniors on the roster for Michigan State basketball this coming season. Excuse me. So, I mean, this is kind of interesting because this is a year where you're expecting them to maybe be a national title contender, be a Final Four contender, be a Big Ten contender, and theoretically, keyword here, Tom Izzo could just take the roster that he has right now, just move it on to next year. No one has to leave. I'm sure that won't be the case. I'm sure someone's going to go to the NBA probably. Jeremy Fears and Cohen Carr, Anton Bonk too. They probably might be aiming to go pro after this coming season. I wouldn't be stunned if Jervis or Jordan Scott went pro. I think that is a possibility here as well, but no one has to leave. There's no true outgoing seniors. There might it's a weird concept to think about. Is anyone going to kiss the Spartan head this year? There's no one who we know for sure is going. I wonder how they're going to adjust that because again, Cohen Carr is going to be playing his fourth year with the team. But again, we might have a sense on, is he going or is he staying? Does he participate on senior night? Does Anton Bonk walk out on senior night, even though they can come back? So that doesn't matter too much to the rule, but hey, that's a tradition that is beloved to MSU fans. That's beloved to the MSU basketball program. I wonder what's going to happen there. That's something for further down the line. We're 9 months away from senior night in basketball, but again, this will have a smaller effect on football. But football, it's a lot more common a red shirt. The vast majority, not I wouldn't say vast majority, but a solid majority of true freshmen we're getting redshirted across the country. So again, red shirts are done away with, but if you've taken a red shirt in the past, you're not getting any extra years here. Jeremy Fears isn't getting an additional year. Justin McCullough doesn't get an additional year. It's kind of tough luck in that way because maybe you could have played, maybe gotten some more playing time, maybe gotten some experience, but that's the way it kind of breaks a little bit. Again, I feel more bad for Jackson Kohler and Carson Cooper, two guys who I think maybe would have wanted to come back to Michigan State if they had the option to, and they don't get to, even though all the guys before them got that COVID year, that additional year of eligibility, and now all the guys after them are getting that extra fifth year as well, while they're just stuck on 4 years. It's kind of difficult, but again, they both have signed NBA deals already. Carson Cooper got a two-way deal with the Memphis Grizzlies. Good for him. I think he's going to be an NBA player. Kohler got a exhibition 10 deal with the Utah Jazz. So not quite as good of a contract as as Carson Cooper got. But again, you can work your way up from there. I still think Kohler can play in the NBA someday as well because again, everyone needs a stretch big. Basically, he can really shoot it from out there. Cooper is very close to unlocking that 3-point shot. I'll keep tabs on both of them. But again, back to topic here. Basketball, this is where the biggest impact is because redshirting isn't as much of a thing because, there's only so many players on a roster and, you want to play guys. And again, you have to redshirt a guy, you have to sit him out the entire year. So it's a real commitment. You are basically also telling that freshman, we're good. We don't need you this year, which is, again, difficult. Football, it's a lot more, it's a bigger roster. and it's a lot easier to keep a guy on the sideline in that way. So, but again, I like it because it's more simple. There might be a little bit of confusion because they're grandfathering players in. So, like, we'll have first year. There'll be some people operating under the old system where you have 4 years of eligibility, but again, you have the red shirts and all that. But you have also new players, and they're all going to be 5-year guys from now on. But again, football, I'm like the biggest name, obviously, that you're thinking about here is Jordan Hall because he's a true senior. Come in, played right away as a true freshman at Michigan State. I think he's probably a guy who would like to be in the NFL draft this coming season. That is a very, very real possibility. It's probably a probability, but it is an option. Like that's the thing here. It's an option for these guys. You can come back to Michigan State, but you can also go to the NFL draft. Like that kind of removes some of the pressure off of their shoulders. Like if you're Cohen Carr too, you're probably happy about this because again, like you're making probably some pretty good money playing at Michigan State, and I'm sure he gets plenty of NIL deals because of his athleticism and all that. Same thing with Anton Bonk here, really too. Like you can come back to college and still make some decent money for another year and continue to work on your games before going pro if you want to. If Cohen Carr develops a 3-point shot this offseason, starts shooting 35, 36% on decent volume, he's going pro. Like I think the NBA will have seen enough of him in college, and someone will use a first-round pick on him. Anton Bonk, we'll have to see how he develops. I mean, he went through the draft process as well. 7-2 stretch 5. Like, yeah, there will be a use for him in the NBA someday, but will it be after this season? It doesn't necessarily have to be that anymore. You don't have to force a guy into the pros quite as quickly. And again, it removes some of that pressure. You don't have to go all in like I have to be ready for the NBA after this season now. It doesn't have to be that way. You can come back another season. Because again, like less and less players are entering the NBA draft these days. Like Jeremy Fears in the past, I think probably goes to the NBA, pre-NIL, pre-transfer portal, and all that, because college is a much more attractive option now than it was in the past. Like you still have to go to school and everything. You still have to do classes. They're all going online anyways, basically. But you can go back to college. And again, this opens up even more possibilities for guys to stay in college sports. Cash in 6 figures probably from Michigan State basketball. Jordan Hall, I'm sure, probably is in that 6-figure range. And you have to spread out the wealth a lot more in football, but basketball, it's a lot. There's fewer roster spots, and it's still plenty of money to go around. So it's very interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see the types of decisions that are going to happen in the future from guys who, again, like Cohen Carr thought this season should be it for him here, or absolutely would be it for him. And that is not the case anymore because he's going to get that 5th year. Like, again, he can stay. So, yeah, but this is a big change to college sports, especially to college basketball. I'm very, very, very pro this because, again, I'm very sick of older European pros coming in. I'm sure most people are. I'm sure Tom Izzo is. And, again, eligibility with all the redshirting and all this and that. It's simple now. It's very easy to understand. This is a very good. I'm not the biggest proponent of the NCAA these days, but this is a very good rule change that the NCAA is going under. Again, they've been stripped of a lot of their powers by the court system, this and that. This is going to be a very good system. I'm very happy about this. It's college-aged players. You're not having 26, 27-year-old guys anymore. And again, it's just better. It's more simple than the older system. But again, a lot of key players from Michigan State, they're getting an extra year. And hey, this will be the same thing for every other athletic department in America. There are going to be some other key players who can come back to college, and this will have a big impact throughout college basketball and football in the coming years. But again, I'm very happy about this. Around 5 years, you get half a decade, whether you play or you don't play. This is a very, very good thing. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of all my thoughts on the matter right now. There's a written article on this at SpartanNation.com and Michigan State Spartans on SI. Again, there'll be plenty of other content coming your way very, very soon. Moneyball's still going on. I'm recording this on Thursday. I'll be going to that on Thursday night. Probably have some more stuff for you from there. Talk to players and catch up with some of the other guys and make some observations about each of their games. Haven't talked to some of the new freshmen yet, so might try to introduce myself to them. So plenty of content coming your way per the usual. Again, you know where to find it, SpartanNation.com and Michigan State Spartans on SI. This is it for the podcasting for the week. I'll be back in front of this microphone on Monday for you guys. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Signing off once again, I'm Jim Kotzenika, and I'll see you guys around.